Welcome to Coordinating Your Chaos with the Blended Mama. My name is Teresa Stone. I am the Blended Mama, and on this channel, we help busy women find calm in the chaos of life through community and planning. Hello, friend. Hello. It's Teresa here. So earlier this week, in my Monday Musing, I invited you to pause and celebrate a win. But even if you didn't catch that video, I want you to stick with me because today we're going to be taking that idea even deeper. So I really want you to think about when was the last time you actually stopped to celebrate a win? Not just the big flashy ones, right? But the quiet ones, like finally making that doctor's appointment or cleaning out a closet or having a family dinner, right? Even maybe just opening your planner, even though it was a little bit messy. So the truth is that we're quick to see what doesn't get done, but we rarely stop to notice what did get accomplished. And that's what we're going to be talking about today: how to use your planner to reflect, reset, and refresh your goals so that you can harvest those wins and carry them forward. So welcome to Coordinating Your Chaos with the Blended Mama. My name is Teresa Stone, and around here we help busy women find calm in the chaos through community and planning. So let's dive in. Okay, so let's take a look back and look for those small wins. We're going to start with a reflection. So grab your planner. I have mine right here. I've got it open to my planning and journaling, but you may have enough in, say, your monthly. You may even want to use a reflect and reset insert to do a reflection exercise. But I am just going to kind of flip through things with you right now. So what I want you to do is kind of flip back through the last few weeks. And again, I'm using my planning and journaling. So I'm on week 4 for this month. So I just use a micromagnetic clip to keep to keep the weeklies together so that I can flip just to the current week. So you're going to want to just kind of look through your weeks and see where you have accomplished things. Don't just look at what didn't get done. I mean, you can see I have a whole blank page here, right? But I mean, I did do things over here, but this page totally blank. But I want you to also look at what did get done. So maybe you see a week where you tracked your water every single day, right? That is a win. Even if you didn't hit your water goal, but if you tracked your water every day, that's a win. Maybe you penciled in one coffee date or a soccer game that you actually showed up to, right? That's a win. Maybe it is even simply that you just wrote things down. You see, I did a much better brain dump last week than I have most of the other weeks. So maybe it's that you actually did your brain dump and you wrote things down instead of carrying it all in your head. That is a huge win for me. One of my biggest wins this month in my harvest moment was really realizing that I finally decluttered enough in my closet that I was able to hang up all of my clothes and my husband's clothes on one rack. So that freed up space for my yarn stash, which means that the yarn is no longer in the dining room. It's in a closet where I can close the door. That means that the cats are not going to be able to run off with the skeins across the living room, right? That was a simple thing, but it felt like progress. So I want you to take a minute right now and look through it and circle, star, highlight. Somehow I want you to find that one thing in your planner from this past month that represents a win. Big, small, it doesn't matter. I want you to find it and I want you to claim it. Now, reflection doesn't stop at the wins, right? It does also involve making space to clear out what isn't working. So just like a farmer doesn't keep the weeds in the field, right? We don't have to keep clutter in our routines. So for me, as I'm just reflecting on this past month and how I felt, I am realizing that making myself plan my content just one week at a time and stopping is not working for me, right? My brain likes the bigger, longer view. So for me, resetting before I head into October is going to involve shifting my planning rhythm. And I'm still working through what that's going to look like, but that's a shift that I'm going to be working on this next month. So I want you to think about where in your planner are you writing things over and over, but they never get done? Where do you feel resistance every time you see it? That's a clue. I want you to use your sticky note, and I love these translucent sticky notes. You can get them from my Amazon storefront, but I love them because they can highlight something, but you still see through it. So these are fantastic. So use your sticky note, or you can use your reflect and reset insert. That's this one. To really kind of mark those things down and really think about how you want to reset. And I want you to remember that resetting isn't failure, it's wisdom, right? It's saying this doesn't fit me right now, and that's okay. Okay. So, the last little step is resetting or refreshing your goals for the fall, right? And you can do that in the reflect and reset. You kind of work through those, but once you have kind of started spotting your wins and you're clearing out the clutter of the things that don't work, this is where you're making room to plant something new. So I am actually using the planning and journaling to keep up with my harvest wins. So these are wins from this month, because it's right here, right? And there's a gratitude corner. You can create a bucket list for things you want to do. And then there's room here. Obviously, I haven't used all this yet. This was a new layout for this month, so I'm still working through what I want to put where. This would be great for routine. That's probably where I'm going to start working through what I want my new rhythm to look like for my planning process. But you have a great place to track your wins and remember what you have accomplished this season. So I want you to keep up with that and really consider using the planning and journaling. I also love it for tracking habits and moods. It's been a fantastic addition. So I want you to just really think about where it is that you're wanting to go this fall. So for me, one of my refresh goals is actually, you can see here just by tracking, you can see that some of the things I did not do every day. So journaling, I started off strong and then kind of fell off. My personal development reading, yeah, that was only one time all month long. That's not really what I was looking for. But the one that I'm choosing to really invest my time in is the daily journaling. So to make that a little bit easier for myself for this next month, I did, or will be, after I kind of finish things, I will be taking my journal and putting it in my nightstand instead of leaving it here in my office. So it's going to be where I'm going to be able to use it. So I'm going to just take my journal, some deco paper and some stickers and a nice pen, and it's going to just hang out in my nightstand instead of being in my office, right? So it's a tiny shift, but I think it's going to make a big impact because the last place I want to be at the end of the day is in my office. So I think by moving it to my bedroom is going to just really make a change for me. So you can do the same. So I want you to pick one small refreshed goal. Maybe it's tracking your steps, setting aside your Sunday night to plan, or maybe even just working on that gratitude list, right? So maybe it's creating a gratitude corner. I want you to write it down in your reflect and reset insert, or you can just create a page in your planner for it. But I want you to keep it visible, right? Keep your wins visible, keep your goal visible. That way, every time you flip open your planner, you're reminded both of where you have been, but also where you are going. So before we go, here is something that I really want you to hear, and I hope that you will hear my heart on this, is that this year is not over, not by a long shot. September is really almost like a mini new year. You don't need to wait until January to start refresh. You can restart now. Yesterday was the first day of fall. So, it's a new season. You can treat this as a refresh. So I want you to really take a minute to pause, just take a breath, write down that one thing that you are celebrating and one goal that you want to refresh for the next 30 days. That is your harvest. Not a long to-do list, not any pressure, just small, steady steps that are going to add up over time. So there you have it, my friend. I want you to reflect on your wins, reset what's not working, and refresh your goals for fall. That's how we coordinate the chaos without burning out. I would love to hear from you. So share in the comments, what is one win that you are celebrating this season? Drop it in the comments. Let's celebrate together. And if you want more ideas, check out the blog post that I wrote earlier this week. I'm going to, of course, put the link in the show notes. But I hope that you will also come and hang out with us in our Chaos Coordinator community, where we do this kind of reflection and refresh together all the time. All right, friends, until next time, coordinate that chaos, and I will see you later. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips and inspiration, and watch that next video to keep coordinating your chaos.